Where do you see Bitcoin going this bull run?
Oh, I see it going very high. Um, Conservatively, like probably like 125 if I was being very conservative. Um, Being ultra bullish, I don't know, maybe even 300, 350. Um, and that's basically in line with everyone else that's bullish too. I just read something about Bloomberg analysts saying 500,000 in a super cycle. And ARK Invest said I think in the best case scenario in 2030, which is the cycle after this one, Bitcoin will be at 1.5 million, right? Like those are very, very bullish calls. So I would say we're somewhere in there. I would say let's see where we ended this year. If we end this year in, let's say, 50 or 50s, low 50s, and we end or we get to, say, 60s and 70s by the halving event, which probably won't happen if we end the year at 50 for sure. But let's say we hit 100,000 by the halving event because we already have spot ETFs. If we're at 100 by the halving event, man, that's only 2024. And that's when you even mentioned rate cuts, are coming in the U.S. Inflation is heading down. The economy is going to start getting back up. We got a presidential election. We may end 2024 at, who knows, 150, 200,000. And then if that's the case, we still got one more year to go, right? It's fun to speculate right now. But, I don't think we have to wait much longer to kind of know. We're already at 42,000. We may head to 45,000 soon within the next few weeks. And if we're at 45,000, is it unreasonable to think we're going to be at 50,000 by year end? You know,
Yeah.
Things are moving fast now.
Yeah. What about other cryptos? What about like Ethereum or some of those other L1s that you're talking about? Obviously, there are a lot of L1s, but do you have a general idea where those might stack up versus like their previous all-time highs?
I think the good ones, the ones that continue to build and continue to show support and be very active, I think they will get back to their previous high and move further. That's the thing. A lot of people always feel like they need to chase something new, but what already exists is phenomenal. I mean, I was looking at Cardano the other day. Cardano has to do like a 7x or an 8x just to get back to the previous high. Okay, which I certainly will. But here's the thing. That's just to get back to 2021 high. What about this 2025 high? How much more can it go? Can it do another 2x, 3x, 5x? Sure. Sure. Why not? If it did, I don't know what X it did in 2021, but it was a lot of X's, right? If
Mm-hmm.
it did that in 2021, why can't it do the same thing in 2025? So, and this is a big cap. This is something that's in the top 10. But imagine all the mid caps out there that's like anywhere from 20 to 100. What are they going to do? They need
Mm-hmm.
to do a 10x just to get back to previous high. And then afterwards, they could do another 10x. So 10x on a 10x, that's 100x, right? Like
Yeah.
that's crazy if you think about it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think all the other alts will do fantastic, but people have to be patient because normally altcoin season happens toward the latter half of the final year. So I'd say like the second half of 2025 is when things really start moving. But moving up to that point, I think we're going to see explosions, mini altcoin seasons, a lot of pumps, kind of like what we're seeing right now.